Roundtable is Bob Moore. He's a special guest. Bob is with Costello Real Estate. They've been in business 70 years, not all with Bob. They're located in Franklin, Mass, near St. Mary's. And Bob works together with Shelley Armstrong on the Armstrong team, and they are experts on foreclosed property. And besides that, and almost more importantly, Bob is a veteran of the Marine Corps. Bob, we thank you for your service, my friend.
Thank you very much, Mike.
Okay, talk about, how many properties have you dealt with as far as foreclosures?
Quite a few. I started with Shelley in 2008, and since then we've listed over 40 foreclosures and sold them. This year alone, we've listed 13 foreclosed properties. We've sold 8. We have 3 under agreement right now, and they should close before the first of the year.
Okay. What price ranges? When people think of foreclosure, they think, inexpensive. What price ranges have they sold for?
Mike, we're all over. We sold a 2-family down in Woonsocket. That went for $30,000.
Okay.
Right now, I have a nice home, an antique colonial in Franklin on 270 Maple Street. It was built in 1790. I have 5.
That's an old home.
Old home,
yes, it is.
One part of it. 5 bedrooms, 9 fireplaces, a 3-car attached, 3-car detached garage on 2 acres of land, and we have about 4,700 square feet, and that's going for $560,000. So from one end to the other, we do single families, condos, and multifamilies.
Okay. What are some of the challenges from the buyer's perspective of buying a foreclosed home as opposed to traditional buyer-seller relationship? When the bank, now I'm assuming when there's a foreclosure, the bank owns the house.
That is correct.
Okay.
And the bank owns the house. And what happens is a lot of times, especially in Woonsocket, you have to be very careful. If the property's been abandoned or vacant for more than 6 months, it's considered abandoned property. And you have to bring it up to 2012 code.
Okay.
That will mean getting rid of knob and tube wiring. That means getting rid of lead water pipes. Anything that goes along there, fire alarms.
Who pays for that?
The owner does, the one who's buying it. So you can be a cash buyer. There's going to be no problem buying it.
Okay.
Whether it's a single family or multifamily.
Okay.
But to get the occupancy permit, you're going to have to bring that up to code.
Okay.
And you can be thousands of dollars, especially on these multi-units.
So when you say the owner has to pay for it, so is what you're saying is the bank typically who owns it won't do it? They're looking for the end buyer to bring it up to code?
The bank will make a lot of repairs, and they have no problem putting money into it. They've put new roofs on houses. They've changed out boilers that were cracked and things along those lines. But getting into a lot of, like we'll say, the electrical, they're not going to go through there and spend $15,000, $20,000 to get rid of knob and tubing. Next thing you know, you're breaking walls. You're going to have to repair the walls and everything else.
Okay. For the homes that do need a lot of repair, are your buyers many times cash buyers?
Yes, they are. We're seeing a lot of cash buyers.
Okay, because I know just doing mortgages myself, it may be difficult for someone to get a mortgage for that type of house. They probably would need a purchase rehab loan as opposed to a conventional mortgage.
That's correct. A lot of them do need the 203K loan or a fixer-upper loan.
So that's why it's attractive to cash buyers.
Cash buyers, they can get in there and they're not worried about the loans. They can fix it up, then get the occupancy permit.
Okay. As the market has improved, and it has picked up a bit, have the number of foreclosures that are available declined, or is there still a steady influx of foreclosed properties to the market?
We're seeing it starting to decline. And it's come down a lot right now. I don't know if we're going to be seeing more of them coming on. For a while we had a problem with get a house on the market there, and there'd be a problem with the foreclosure deed or other things.
Okay.
And they could sit there for a year and a half.
Okay. Traditionally, if I'm a buyer and I need to buy a home at a certain time and close on a specific date, for whatever reasons, may a foreclosed property not be right for me because there's a bank involved? And if I need a quick closing, is a foreclosure for me?
You have to be careful, Mike. You never know there. We've had properties there. We're supposed to foreclose on them. We keep on getting one extension. They can drag on we've had some drag on for 6 months.
Okay.
And supposedly the bank is doing a better job clearing these up, getting the titles clear and foreclosure deeds and things like that done ahead of time before they do list them.
What's the main, from a buyer's standpoint, is value the key attraction to buying a foreclosed property?
I would think so. That's what they're looking for. A lot of people are looking to get deals out there, and they figure they can pick up a foreclosure. A lot of times you hear, you can get them for $20,000, $30,000, $40,000.
Still the case in some cases?
You can. We've had a 2-family in Woonsocket. We sold some 4 families down there for $50,000, $75,000. But then once
Cash buyers, I
cash
assume.
buyers, and once you get in there, you're doing a lot of work.
Okay.
You have to bring them up to code.
So get that home inspection done.
Get the home inspection done. What might seem like a good deal can turn into a lot of money.
Okay. What's the difference between a foreclosure and a short sale?
On the foreclosure, the bank has already foreclosed on it. The bank has taken back the property. They own it. And on a short sale, the person is behind. We'll just say his property's worth, he's got a $300,000 mortgage, and he can only get $225,000, $250,000.
That's a short sale.
That would be a short sale. And the person's trying to sell it for less than he owes on it. And the bank has to agree to take the less of the money.
So on a short sale, you're dealing with the current owner and the bank. On a foreclosure, the current owner is out of the picture. You're just dealing with the bank.
That is correct. And also on a short sale, you can be dealing with 1 or 2 banks also.
If they have a first mortgage
First
or a
and a
second mortgage,
second.
sure.
And we've had some of those. I don't know why they call them a short sale. They've dragged on for 9 months or longer.
Not short in time.
Right, and they ended up foreclosing on them.
Okay. Since there have been, unfortunately, so many foreclosures over the past number of years, has the time frame to buy a foreclosure or the process from the bank's perspective, has the time frame shortened up or become more efficient?
They say they are. We've had, like I said, we've had some that dragged on there, and they're saying they're doing all their homework now, getting everything squared away, getting the title done, the foreclosure deeds and everything ready to go, and the title's clean when you come in and buy on these. But
Is there a
we've had
difference
problems.
between buying a foreclosure from, say, a local bank, a bank that's in New England, as opposed to a lender that's out in California somewhere?
Mostly I deal with the banks out of state there. I'm dealing
Okay.
with Wells Fargo, and they're out of state, but they move right along. If you were to put an offer in today, I'd have an answer back for you in 1 or 2 days. And you're allowed to do the home inspection and everything else on those.
Okay. A question we haven't spoken about. Wintertime is coming. And I know that in the wintertime, a lot of homes become winterized. They
That's
shut the
correct.
power off, they drain the water out. Is it a bigger challenge to sell a foreclosure on a house that's winterized?
The banks I deal with, the answer would be no. What we do is we'll winterize in early October, and we'll de-winterize for you. If you put an offer in and the offer is accepted, we have a 2-family down in Woonsocket Hill Road, and that was $600 to winterize it. We're going to de-winterize it. They're doing the home inspection and the appraisal, and then we're going to re-winterize it again.
Okay.
So the bank will de-winterize these.
So banks are reasonable, but not generous.
That's correct. I think that'd be a good way to put it, Mike.
Okay. So as the market has improved, are you seeing the values on foreclosures also increase as well?
Well, they're trying to fix them up, and they're trying to get as much as they can for them. They'll go in, we're painting them, putting new carpets in. If there's mold needs to be removed, we'll get a mold mitigation team in and things like that. So it is bringing the value of the home up, and it's bringing the neighborhood values up also.
So even though there are fewer foreclosures, you're still seeing good opportunity if someone wants to buy a foreclosure, providing they may have they don't have to meet a certain time deadline. Basically, they have some time.
That is correct.
Okay. I'm afraid our time is up in 1 minute. If someone wants to contact you or a member of your team, is there a phone number or a website someone should go to?
Yeah, we're at Costello Realty in Franklin. You can reach us at...
Near the church, we know that.
Yep.
Near the church.
Yeah, near the church,
Near
near
the
the big
church.
church there. They can call. We're at 508-528-0083.
It's 508-528-0083. Okay, yep.
And just ask for a member of the Armstrong team. We'd be happy to go through all the ins and outs with you on buying a foreclosure.
Okay. And of course, Tay, you must have a website?
We do have a website, and it's thearmstrongteam.net.
thearmstrongteam.net. Bob, I thank you for your time, and I thank you for your service to our nation. This is Mike Shain with Bob Moore, wishing you a pleasant day.